All right, guys, I'm kind of super excited about this one because you guys have left me more comments, and I'm really looking forward to talking about the next topic, which is torque, which I think is a missing piece for a lot of people. Also, a little misconception about the compound pivot and the differences of this. I'm going to go ahead and get right into it. If you like and subscribe, go to the rkswingking.com, where I have a website there as well for Zoom lessons and one-on-one memberships. When you subscribe, it makes a big difference in my world. I've got 75% of you guys right now are viewers and non-subscribers. So 25%, thank you very much. 75%, all you gotta do is just hit that little button and that's it. So if you like this kind of content, I continue to get more, continue to grow, continue to do different things for you guys. All right, so, and thank you all for the support and the comments. It really makes a big difference. All right, so let's get into it. So the golf swing has not just the shifts that are, and every great player except one, which is Matt Kuchar, does not have the correct sequence in the golf swing. So the very first thing that you're gonna have is you're gonna have some little pressure that goes left, always. You always have to have this, because what that does is that puts pressure from the left going back to the right, and that's your horizontal force. I don't care if it is the right foot rolling, or if it's the knee slightly coming in, or if it's pushing the left foot down a little bit. Just understand that anytime you have any kind of ground reaction forces, which is what we're going to be talking about today, so I know this is going to be a hot topic, is the ground will react immediately however you push into it, okay? So understand that. So if I push down at this angle, I'm gonna go straight back up. So if I push at this angle, it's gonna push me up. If I go out this way, my body's gonna wanna go that way. So when you push into the ground, it just has to be a little bit, and you'll see that the knee will bend a little bit, because I've never had anybody have their leg straight and to be able to push the ground. Pretty simple. So you're gonna have the left leg here, you're gonna push the ground a little bit, and that's all you're doing. You're not trying to open up your pelvis or anything. Don't get too crazy thinking about this. That's why I like when I do the bucket of water. If I do that gently, you'd see that the water wouldn't slosh. Well, my weight is left, there's breaking up inertia, and that's what you have to do. You have to break up inertia. So when you go left, you immediately, the ground pushes you back right. That's horizontal force, that's number one. So, and that's two shifts that happen, left, right, before the club really even moves. So those are two shifts. Now, once you do this, and I do not care if you are throwing, so I'll get that first. So when you shift horizontal and you wind up into that leg, when you start to throw, if you slide your legs or try to rotate your body, your arm will follow out of position. So when you get up here to the top and your weight is in your right leg, that's the horizontal force first. Now here's where torque comes from. You are going to push the foot down. Now, if I just put my left foot down, you see I didn't really put any pressure, right? And there's one instructor that likes to talk about external rotation of the left leg. Almost got it right. So when you do this right here, then you have to have right lateral bend, and that is a little weird spot, okay? So when you get up here, you push the foot down. The right foot is what pushes the left foot down. So the right leg that straightens here, when you push the left foot down, both legs are bent. Now, you've seen Sam Snead, who is head stays perfectly still in a compound pivot. What is the compound pivot? It is a shift, which is horizontal, and then it is the golf club swinging over, and there is torque, and then that is the middle part of the golf swing, and then it goes vertical. So torque here creates vertical force. The difference of Mike Austin and Sam Snead and those guys and Nicholas, they kept their head still. So when you keep your head still and make that shift, your leg has to straighten some, okay, can you see that? To keep the head on center. If the leg stays bent for a long period of time and you shift over, your head has to move off the ball. That's the only difference. So let's not try to overthink this too much, okay? So even, and I have some video of Mike Austin that I'm gonna add in this video, and you're gonna see that when he makes this move, his weight is horizontal, then he creates torque, then vertical, and then releases, okay? He doesn't turn through, which is one of his big pet peeves. All right, so I kind of find this fascinating here, that you'll see there's the horizontal movement. This is Mike Austin back in the day, by the way. So there's the horizontal movement. He loads up into his right leg. His head stays on center pretty well. There's a little bend in that right knee. So you can see the pelvis is up, but there's a little bit of knee. So that's how he pushes into the ground. So when he pushes into the ground, there goes the left leg bent. Both knees are the exact same right here. Then the leg straightens, starts to straighten. The club whips through. His knee is out towards the ball, like we talked about. And then the club releases over into the left leg. So he has the same exact kinematic sequence. Now, so let's get back into torque. So when I'm here, you have, by the way, you can't create torque if your weight's left at the top of your golf swing, okay? So Segudo got it wrong. There is no torque that way. There's no top golfer that ever does it. There's nobody that stays just on their left leg and rotates around. There's no torque, okay? So torque is the middle part. So when I do this, I'm slamming the foot down, and you can practice this. This is the middle part of the golf swing. Now, if you're throwing, ideally, when you throw underhand, you don't have to think about it, but some people do. So if I get up here to the top and I throw, this is what should be happening there. But if you throw like this, then you're now missing the middle piece. So you have to get this first. You have to slam that foot down. Now, it's not the right. The right is pushing the left down. So what you can, and there's some drills that you can do to help feel torque. What you're and the longest drivers, by the way, create the most torque because that creates the most vertical. Now you'll see that. So you see how I kind of go this way. So you could practice that if you wanted to by pushing into the so as you're going here, you push into the ground, and then from here, then you can jump. Okay. Now what you'll do is I'm pushing the ground this way. Now the trick of that is that you don't want to just push away and fall away. That's not what you want. What you're trying to do is the ground is pushing. Remember I said the ground reacts immediately. It doesn't think, hey, oh, golf swing, I'm going to wait for you. It doesn't work that way. So you shift horizontal, you push the ground down. When you push the ground down and that bends here, that's what pushes the leg straight. So now let's put the golf club to it. I push the ground, there's the middle part. And practice this, squeeze your feet together like this. This is torque. This is what a lot of people are missing right here. So I'm actually squeezing my feet and twisting them like this, okay? So when I do that, that's what makes my arms, because I'm now, remember I'm throwing, right? So my arm is going simultaneously while my right foot pushes, which puts me into this delivery position. Now from here, as the leg is straightening, now this is real cool. I want you to, this is how the body works, okay? So what brings all this together? So when you push down and the leg starts to straighten, that's what pushes the right pelvis and the knee. I'm gonna go this way so you can see it. So push, and you'll see how my pelvis and my knee goes this way, and it makes my left leg straighten. So my left leg straighten, my right leg has to go that way, just a little bit, and you'll see that there's all my weight on my left. So push into delivery position. You can see there, and now this is one other person just asked me about lag. I've done some videos about it, but this is where this also comes from, is when you push that heel down and you create torque and you drive into this position, your hand is in line with your knee, in line with your pelvis. Your right heel is off the ground a little bit. The foot's rolled a little bit. Sorry, my trail foot. Sorry, you lefties. Sorry. Okay, so from here, now the golf club can be released So now the shaft is in line with my arm. There's your lag, but then the golf club can then continue on and being whipped through, and it'll be in the same position that it was at address. Your hand doesn't roll over like so, like everybody thinks it does. So these are real time critical things. Practice this. So when you're throwing a ball, a medicine ball, I always like a medicine ball drill. I like the bucket of water because when I get up here to the top and I push my foot down, that then sinks everything down here and here. When I put myself on video, I didn't realize how wide my legs got and how much torque I created, and that's the only way a 9-iron is going to go 180. I even tapped it out at 195. I didn't put it on video. I didn't have it on video when I did it, and I'm not trying to also do that. You know, when I'm playing, I'm going at 80% of that. So like my 9-iron distance, I'm just trying to kind of chip it out there, you know, 165, 170. The reason why, obviously you're trying to control the ball flight, right? So when you get into this torque position and you go vertical, well, what happens if I want to hit it lower? Well, if I'm throwing it lower, I'll create torque here and I won't create as much, right? So therefore I won't go as vertical. When you go super vertical, you're going to hit the ball higher. So once you put the pressure down, well, I can barely put the pressure down. So now I have less torque. Well, if I have less torque, I'm going to have less pelvis motion going up, okay? So I don't want to create torque if I'm hitting a 50-yard wedge. I'm just going to have the horizontal here. I'm not going to have torque that's in the middle. It'll still be there, but it's so light you don't even really pay attention to it. So you can kind of see from here how gentle that motion is because I'm only hitting at 50 yards. I don't want to go down. So the more down into the ground you go, the more vertical force you're going to create quicker and the more club release speed that you'll have. So this is a huge missing component, and it's not the left foot. When the left foot slams down, it's the right foot pushing the left leg down. So when the top of your golf swing, can you see how my knee goes? Watch this. Top of my golf swing, right leg straight, and when I push my foot down, that makes both knees parallel here, okay? So if you just pushed your foot down, see that? If I just pushed my left foot down, my right leg didn't do anything, it just hangs out. So that's why your left leg doesn't go into external rotation. It just doesn't do that. That's not how the body works, okay? It's how you tear shit up, right? So when you go here, you push the right foot, which pushes the left. Now you have it here, and the body unwinds. So every great player, Sam Snead, Mike Austin, Kyle Berkshire, who has the most vertical force, has the most torque as well. As he is dropping down, he is driving up. And so that's why it's everybody's legs. So when you create more torque this way, you're going to create more speed this way. The bodies, their long drivers are being thrown so far back. All right, so enough. I don't want to belabor the point. So this is a real cool video. I think like, subscribe, and I hope this helps you guys with your golf game. Thank you so much for this wonderful first year or so of doing this and reaching so many people. And I feel honored, blessed, and all of that. So thank you guys very much. So, all right, everybody have a great day.